One of the cool things about the city that I live in is that there are nature sanctuaries and trails in almost every part of the city. Even if you live in a part where the trails aren't obvious, they're probably within walking distance from your community. The nickname of our city is the River City. I kid you not, the city is cut in half by a river. That river has trails on both sides of it. The space that I'm in right now is actually an abandoned campground. I don't know how long it's been abandoned for. A lot of the camp spots have grown over, which is really cool to see, but there are still markers down here denoting each campsite. What's crazy is that this is surrounded by a mixture of residential and commercial properties. This is at the center of all of that, and almost nobody comes down here. There's a massive creek that runs through this, and it goes right through the community. There are houses that actually have their lots adjacent to the fall off into the creek. But what makes it even crazier, this isn't even unique. These types of communities built on creeks or against the river are everywhere in my city. I'm a road runner at heart. I'm not really a trail runner, but I do like running on trails. I like cyclocross and I like mountain biking. And believe it or not, the trails that are in this city offer opportunities for all of that. I've even taught boxing and kickboxing classes in the river valley at the various parks that we have. I have a deep appreciation for the fact that this city offers up so many opportunities for recreation in nature. One thing that's great about my city though is that we have a very good mountain biking community. And the mountain biking community here does a ton of trail maintenance, which is pretty excellent. I mean, we do pay taxes, and you would hope that some of that tax money went to maintenance of the trails, building new ones and improving accessibility. Do we really want city bureaucrats interfering with something like that? Not particularly. I trust the mountain bikers way more than I trust city officials. Nature. Even here, there's a chair sitting there available to watch the creek. That kind of thinking, that reminds me of a quote. It's something to the effect that the world will be much better when people plant the seeds to trees in which they will never sit in its shade. Probably didn't nail that, but I got close enough for you to understand the meaning. That park bench there, that's exactly that type of thinking. It's probably a memorial park bench put there for somebody's loved one. Does that devalue it? No, of course not. It's amazing. There's a park bench there inviting you to take a seat and just look at nature. Come on. I count myself lucky to live in a place that has access to a river valley, has multiple nature reserves, has a bunch of nature trails, and for the most part, it's all wide open for use. You're definitely going to have to check in with a local though, because most of these trails are really well-kept secrets. That's kind of too bad, but also kind of cool.